Hello everyone, this is Daz of American Civil War and UK History and the Unfiltered Historian, and I'm in another location, and I'm lucky enough to only be staying 5 minutes down the road from this area, this particular place. And I'm going to turn the camera around so you can have a look. So we are looking at a red brick structure, and it's called Salem Church, or Old Salem Church. There's an old one and a new one. And during the First Battle of Fredericksburg, civilians are going to hide in this church, and you would have heard all of the commotion going on down in Fredericksburg itself at the time, but they're going to hunker down inside. And then we have a battle here called the Battle for Salem Church, which is part of the Chancellorsville campaign, and it's known as the Second Battle of Fredericksburg. And not a lot of people know there is a Second Battle of Fredericksburg, but there is. And if you're interested in a book, there is a book that was written by Chris Makowski and Christopher D. White, called Chancellorsville's Forgotten Front. And it's an amazing book. It has obviously the battle down in Fredericksburg, the Second Fredericksburg, but it also touches on the Salem Church. It also doubles up a little bit as a tour guide, as well as those sort of their books do, which gives you insight on what to do, where to go, and what to see. But this is one that definitely needs to be come out and looked at. And one thing that's so cool about it is the fact that you can see all of the potholes and bullet holes from the battle itself. And again, what's going on? Well, down in Fredericksburg, so you've got the Battle of Chancellorsville going on up that way, over that way, and then you've got Fredericksburg that way. And what Hooker's going to do is he's going to send some guys, some corps down to Fredericksburg, and their order is to take Fredericksburg and come up behind Robert Lee, and Hooker's going to get his part of the army, and they're going to box Lee in. But of course, this is not going to work, because you're going to get one of the famous manoeuvres of the Civil War called the Jackson Flank March, which happens, the 13-mile march around the Union lines, comes up in the rear of the 11th Corps and gives them a big kick up the backside. And then of course Jackson is wounded later on by members of the Carolina Regiment, North Carolina Regiment, the 18th Carolina, I believe. My brain's gone dead on that, I do apologise. If it's wrong, please forgive me. Yeah, so he gets wounded, and obviously he's going to die. But and again, the Second Battle of Fredericksburg is important to remember, because again, it's not talked about enough. But yeah, this is pretty cool. And the most disappointing thing about it is the fact that it's right on the corner here of an interstate, a very busy road, and over the road is a massive complex of shops and outlets and stuff like that. And there was a massive chance here to save this ground and keep it intact, but it was lost, I'm afraid. So now you've only got this part of the battlefield left. But it's so impressive. The church is still in use today. I'll take you up and let you look through the windows so you can see the pews. And you can see it's still in use today. They do use it. And yeah, it's so cool though. I mean, show you some more of the bullet holes. And also think about those poor people. I mean, look at that one, that's a deep one. Think about those poor people that are hiding here during the Battle of Fredericksburg, and they're hearing all the commotion going on. Of course, the Union Army won't get this far, so the citizens are safe up here. But yeah, that is Salem Church. Remember guys, keep supporting emerging civil war, so important. Battlefield preservation is really important too. There's many great organisations out there that you can go along and support. Go along and support and stop what's happened over here happening in other places, because if you don't support these things, then that's what's going to happen, I'm afraid. But anyway, this is Daz of American Civil War and UK History and the Unfiltered Historian. Thank you for tuning in. See you all soon.